If you have ever scrolled through my channel page, which is highly unlikely, you would have seen that there are tons of videos on perms, and that would have frustrated you to the point where you would have burst out. What the heck are perms? So today I'm gonna tell you what are perms at the end of the video, and at first I will tell you about to-look PLL or permutation of the last layer. In this you do one algorithm to bring all corners to their correct places, and then do the next one to correct all the edges. Advanced solvers do just one alg to do both, and for this they need to memorize 21 long and confusing algorithms, which I have done. But in to-look PLL you will have to learn just 6 algs. And if you use the beginner method for solving the first two layers, then you should check out the F2L tutorial. And if you use the beginner method for orienting the last layer, then you should check out the beginner OLL video that I have. And by using the cfop method, which includes cross F2L, OLL and PLL, you can easily average under 30 seconds. So let's get right into it. To recognize the first case which you can get in permutation of the last layer, you have to see if there are any corner stickers which have same colors on one side. So I can see these two are not same, these two are also not same, these two are also not same, and these two are also not same. When you see this, you have to hold the cube from any angle and then do this algorithm. This algorithm has been broken into two parts. So the first part is front, and then insert this pair into here. So r u prime, and then r prime u prime, and then again take out this pair. So r u r prime, and reverse the front move that you did in the starting of the algorithm. Now the second part of the algorithm. In this you have to take this pair out like this by doing r u r prime u prime, and then you have to insert this in another way. So take it straight down, then front, then bring this block back up and front prime, and that solves all the corners. To recognize the second case, you have to do the same thing. So I have to see if these two match. These two do not match. These two also do not match. These two also do not match, but these two this time match. So you have to keep these two on the left, and then do the same algorithm as before, just rearranged. So the last part of that algorithm will be first this time, and the first part will be last. So I have to take this corner edge pair out using r u r prime u prime, and then reinsert it using r prime f. This time we don't have to go any further. We have to do the next algorithm now. So which goes like r2 u prime, r prime u prime, r u r prime f prime, and that solves all the corners. This is the second part of the video, and in this part I will tell you the algorithms which you need to know in order to correct all the edges of the last layer. And there are four algorithms, and I will tell you two algorithms for the first two cases and one algorithm for the last two cases. So let's get right into it. To recognize the first case, you have to see two things. So the first thing is that there are three unsolved edges and one solved edge, and you have to keep the solved edge on the back. And then you have to see if this edge, which is to your right, goes here or here. In this case, red goes here. So this is the first case, of which the first algorithm is r u prime, r u, r u, r u prime, r prime u prime r2. And The second algorithm for the same case is M2 U M U2 M prime U M2. If you are wondering how I do M2, just I keep the thumb on the front, my index finger on the back, and I use the ring finger for M prime and middle finger for M2. So these two like this, and that does M2. Then M, which goes down, and M prime, which goes up. By pushing from my middle finger I can do M, and M prime by pushing from my ring finger. So this one is the faster algorithm, my opinion, but you can use any of these two. The second case in which there are unsolved corners is pretty much the same, just with a little bit of difference. So again there are three unsolved edges, and this time again you have to see the edge on the right. This time it goes here, not here. So the algorithm is R2 U R U R prime U prime R prime U prime R prime U R prime. And the faster alg is M2 U prime M U2 M prime U prime M2. Now I'm gonna tell you all the algorithms you need to know in order to solve the cases in which there are four unsolved corners. All the cases in which there are four unsolved edges are extremely easy and really easy to memorize. So let's get right into it. To recognize the first case, what you have to see is that there are four unsolved edges, and if you keep any of the unsolved edges in front of you, so it can be this also, then you will see that the edge which you are facing goes opposite to the place where it is, and it's same on all sides. So the algorithm for this case is M2 U prime M2 U2 M2 U prime M2, and this can be done extremely fast. To recognize the last case in which there are four unsolved edges, you have to see if the edge you are facing goes here to the right side or to the left side. If this is the case, what you have to do, if you are doing M moves with the right hand, adjacent colors adjacent to each other. So you have to do M prime U prime M2 U prime M2 U prime M prime U2 M2. The second way this could be done is doing the M moves with the left hand, and in this you have to hold the cube so that changing places this way and not this way. Now the first piece of video on YouTube about what are perms, according to my knowledge at least. I will not waste more time and of course gain more watch hours by extending the video. So let's get right into it. Actually, perms is a short form of permutation combinations, which, as you might have guessed by the name, by now is a really complicated mathematical operation. But thanks to Jessica Frederick, who invented the speed cubing method called cfop, thus giving us just a string of letters to memorize instead of whole permutation combinations. Now moving on to the alphabets which are behind the perm. So this letter tells you about how the pieces move. For example, the J perm, whose channel has the most subs in the whole YouTuber community. Now to the main topic. So the J perm in this, if I show you the J perm, you can see that how the pieces are moving around by the arrows, and the arrows seem like the English alphabet J. That is because it is called the J perm. All the perms work the same way. They are named an English alphabet, but some exceptions are the H perm and the Z perm because they don't look like H and Z. Thanks for watching. Like and share this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.